on Good Morning El Paso, a former Santa Fe deputy is set to go on trial today. The details on the charges he faces and what he's accused of coming up.
In El Paso, the former Fort Bliss soldier accused of killing 2 construction workers while driving drunk is back in the courtroom.
A county commissioner pushing for the use of community IDs. The purpose of the IDs and the amount of people it could affect.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine. A very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope it's off to a good start for you.
And of course, we want to get the day started right with meteorologist Crystal Clyde. She has our forecast. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Our forecast today includes dry conditions, but windy conditions out there. Take a look at your clouds and radar map. So we don't have any showers picking up, and actually the only clouds you see are kind of moving off the map as we speak. So today will be a sunny day, but on top of the sunny conditions, we'll pull those winds in, and we are tracking a windy afternoon in our forecast. Yesterday, already quite windy out there. Today, much of the same. As for your temperatures, this is a look at just a few of our ABC7 Storm Track WeatherNet sites. We're at 70 this morning at the Texas Tech Health Sciences School, 71 El Dorado High School, and 69 Valley View Middle School. These temperatures are going to crank up. We're talking low 90s for forecast highs today. Oddly enough, while that might sound hot, it's more average for this time of year. We'll get more on if we stay average in the 90s or if we take the plunge coming up in just a bit.
All right. Thanks, Crystal. Happening today, the former Santa Fe deputy accused of killing a fellow deputy is set to go on trial. Ty Chan faces a murder charge for the shooting death of Jeremy Martin. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is following the story. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Hillary. Jury selection begins this morning, and it's the start of a trial that is expected to last about 3 weeks. Deputy Jeremy Martin died after he was shot at a Las Cruces hotel during an alleged alcohol-fueled argument between Martin and Chan that started at a local bar. Martin left behind a wife and 3 children. Chan is accused of murdering his partner in October of 2014. In court documents, the prosecution says that Martin was moving toward the elevator at Hotel El Encanto to escape a willful, premeditated attack. They say that Chan shot Martin multiple times in the back, and he later died at the hospital. But Chan's defense team says that there is enough evidence to support self-defense. Chan faces life in prison, and Judge Fernando Macias will preside over the trial. State prosecutors say that 93 witnesses will take the stand. Hillary, back to you.
Thanks so much, Denise. The trial continues today for the man accused of killing 2 construction workers while driving drunk as well. 20-year-old Jan Nieves faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted on both counts of intoxicated manslaughter. The crash happened in 2014 on I-10 near Schuster. On Friday, the jury heard testimony from a Department of Public Safety employee who said Nieves' blood alcohol content was above the legal limit. The jury also heard from several police officers who were called to that scene the night of the crash. The defense will continue its case this morning at 9. ABC7 will be in the courtroom. We'll bring you the very latest.
El Paso County Sheriff's deputies are still investigating the cause of a deadly rollover in Far East El Paso. Deputies say they were called at the 13,700 block of Gateway West Boulevard around 1:30 Sunday morning. Sheriff's deputies say the driver lost control of the vehicle. It rolled, coming to a rest in the desert on its roof. The sheriff's office says 1 person died.
Meanwhile, in Fabens, another rollover left 1 man dead. The crash happened around 8 Saturday night at a racetrack on the 18,000 block of South Fabens Carlsbad Road. Sheriff's deputies say the driver was in a modified off-road vehicle. He left the racetrack, hit a raised bank, and the vehicle flipped onto its roof. The driver was taken to a local hospital where he later died. His name has not been released, but friends tell us he was a well-known drag racer. Special traffic investigators are still looking into the cause of that crash. Meanwhile, in New Mexico, state police need help finding whoever hit and killed a woman who was crossing the freeway in Deming. Police say 34-year-old Amanda Armendariz was hit by a car on I-10 early Sunday morning. She died at the scene. Police do not have a description of the vehicle or the driver.
The idea of a municipal ID card has been debated among El Paso City Council representatives, and today El Paso County Commissioner David Stout plans on bringing up the issue to the Commissioner's Court. The ID would help undocumented migrants, homeless, youth, elderly, and others. Stout says it would include around 50,000 people in the county, and the startup estimates run from $400,000 to $800,000. He says all the costs would be worth it, though, improving access to services and more.
It's going to stimulate the economy because these people are going to have identification. That means they're going to have access to banking.
The Commissioners' Court meeting will be held this morning starting at 9:30 at the El Paso County Courthouse downtown.
President Barack Obama landed in Vietnam last night, embarking on his 10th trip to Asia. He is in Vietnam to discuss regional security and support for his Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. It's all part of an effort to normalize relations between the U.S. and the communist country. Obama held a joint news conference with Vietnamese President Tran Dai Quang earlier today. He announced that the U.S. is fully lifting its ban on the sale of military equipment to the country, a rule that has been in place since the Vietnam War. He also revealed that Vietnam will now be open to Peace Corps volunteers.
We're taking new steps to give our young people the education and skills that they need to succeed, and I'm very pleased that for the first time the Peace Corps will come to Vietnam. Our Peace Corps volunteers will focus on teaching English, and the friendship that our people forge will bring us closer together for decades to come.
Also with Obama, Congressman Beto O'Rourke. The congressman posted this picture on his Facebook page over the weekend of him at Elmdorf Air Force Base in Alaska. This is right before he set off for Vietnam. O'Rourke says he will speak out about how trade impacts Southwest Asia and how it impacts the U.S.
We are coming up on 6:07 right now. You know what that means, Hillary?
Time for weather and traffic on the 7s, and it's going to be nice and toasty.
Oh, yeah. Right, Crystal?
That is exactly right. A hot forecast for us today. Here's the day planner. 8 a.m. We're at 75 degrees already. Sunny throughout the forecast here at 83 noon, and a high temperature today of 90 degrees. 90 might sound hot, but it's actually perfectly average for this time of year. Also, windy conditions 4 to 6 o'clock, even into your early evening, where we drop back down into the upper 80s. The sunshine, though, persistent as we move forward today and much of the 7-day forecast. On your threat tracker, though, we're looking at heat being at a moderate level threat because now that we're pushing into the 90s, it's a time of year where you've got to be careful about working out outside, staying hydrated, even just for fun events like maybe watching one of the kids' sporting events. Be careful out there. Winds will also be a factor. Today we're windy, and that continues through the next several days. As for rain, we'll put that at a low-level threat for midweek when we do pull in a slight chance of showers. More on that coming up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. And now we're taking you outside, looking at our Texas traffic cameras, taking you out to central El Paso where you can see I-10 Geronimo, now Airway. Things looking really good. No problems to tell you about. Looking pretty good in central El Paso. We do have an ABC 7 traffic alert for you, though. Some good news for drivers in the Lower Valley. Now, you've been given another week before the closure of the Carolina Bridge. TxDOT now saying it will not close the bridge until after Memorial Day. This is the second postponement this month for the bridge in the area of the Lower Valley. Once construction does start, the bridge is expected to be closed for nearly a year, so enjoy this last week. We do have some bad news for drivers on the west side. This week, the closure of east and westbound lanes will continue on I-10 from the Buena Vista Bridge to the Esarco Bridge. That's the train bridge east of Executive Center. The closures will be every day this week from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, and we've seen it back up traffic during the lunchtime hour, and this is so that the pedestrian or the median guardrail can be fixed, and they're also preparing that area for a future traffic switch. So, of course, we will have more news, including this, Hillary.
Yeah, a big night filled with dancing, singing, and even tears. We have the wrap-up on the biggest moments on the stage at the Billboard Music Awards. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.